Hello, everybody! Welcome to Drak Let's Play Live. Give me a quick second here, because I actually forgot to do something. Holy crap, J-Rock! And this way we can actually read the chat. So how is everybody doing this Sunday afternoon? And wow, my wife looks really different, doesn't she? Yes.
About time you noticed.
Almost 10 years, I haven't noticed a single thing. Oh my gosh. Welcome, Stephen Romney of Studio Ghost, Utah, of From the Shelf, Rhapsody in Cinema, Martial March, Monster Clash, and fellow fighting game enthusiasts.
Well, happy to be here.
Yes, we're going to have some fun today. So, if people don't know this from the podcast, both me and Romney have a love for fighting games. A casual love. Like, we're not hardcore gold ranked or anything like that.
We are fighting game fans. It doesn't mean we're actually any good.
Well, like, we're probably in the middle kind of thing. But we're not, like, the most elite of elite. We just play the game to have fun, maybe challenge ourselves in the process. So you guys can look forward to that today. But the cool part is since we're playing fighting games, and there's this new wonderful thing called the Internet, we can actually play with people online, and we can have some fun with that.
Yeah, fancy that.
And people might wonder why I'm not wearing my headset. I will probably put it on eventually, but the cool part about fighting games is you don't necessarily have to have the music up or anything. Like, I don't have to listen to the sound effects to be able to get it, and I can just sit back and I can hang out with you guys. And so, so we got Sophia here, we got J-Rock. Been busy with my daughter's basketball and such. Oh, okay, well that's good for you, man.
Yeah.
I'm all about fighting games. Not good at the hardest modes, but enjoy them. Good. We're not playing the hardest modes.
Yeah, I mean, not unless you want like a full-on. If you want to watch us get thoroughly Yamcha'd, that's pretty much what you get.
Move the mic a little bit closer to you because I actually have the mic pointed right at your mouth.
Oh, like this?
No, push it a little bit farther. That's about right.
Okay.
So then it's perfect for you. And also, if you guys can't hear us, then let me know. But I think we should be working. Just figured having multiple wives had loser laws now didn't want to. So what you're saying is Romney's my second wife?
No comment.
No comment, yes. Yes, I don't need to be in multiple doghouses. I'm plenty much in trouble just in my own. The Hell in Hell mode in DMC5 is way too brutal. Only trophy I need for Platinum 2. I'm sorry, man. I will eventually get there, but I have not had the time.
Yeah, I've only just barely cleared Devil Hunter mode, and I haven't even touched Son of Sparta because I've just been busy with the Bloody Palace. Gotta grind for those orbs.
Exactly. So, really quick, do we want to like practice a little bit before we start up a group? Or?
That might be a good idea, just because I haven't had that much opportunity to play the game.
Okay, because the first thing I was actually going to recommend before we start things up is let's get a couple of teams customized for you. So I'll probably take like the first 4, and then why don't you take the next 4?
Okay.
And go ahead and customize your teams how you want them, and then we'll do a couple of practice rounds. And then we'll start doing it.
Okay, that button. Okay.
And guys, we would love to be able to play with you guys as well. So if you guys want to join in on the action, we will give you the information so you guys can join in and we can just have some fun playing with you guys too.
Which ones do I remember how to use?
Oh, actually, okay, so all of Season 1 is in there. We have all of Season 2. Like, is it in there? It should be. I purchased it last night, so I forgot to check that actually, but we'll have to double check it.
All right, for Team 2, we'll go with.
Now this is not going to be like a regular thing, but we're going to try and make it as regular as we possibly can, and we may stick to a few games here and there, but we also will try to incorporate other ones as well, because there's lots of fighting games that we both love. Okay, so what game are we playing now? We are playing Dragonball FighterZ, or FighterZ, or whatever you want to call it. I'm kind of done having that argument. Mission 13 with Dante. Use the hat, more upgraded the better. After the checkpoint, you drop down where the 4 things that spawn monsters R and use Gunslinger and hold R1 and spam circle. Okay, well that's a good farming trick. I like that. LMAO, I'm Yamcha on Hell in Hell. All right. Double trigger makes it faster too. Okay, cool. Oh wait, I think I saw Janemba. So yeah, we have season 2 here.
Okay, because I wasn't seeing GT Goku, so it's like, I think he was part of season 2.
Yeah, he was part of season 2, but see, the problem is with setting up these teams is that the thing goes way fast, and so you could easily miss stuff.
Okay, so there's Bardock, Zamasu.
So that's base Goku and Vegeta,
which I already have on one of the teams.
At least I thought I saw Janemba.
No, nope. Might have been hit as I was scrolling by.
Hold on, let me take over really quick and see if I can get the season pass working. It's supposed to be working. Okay. Because maybe I'm not doing it right. By the way, let me just double check and make sure the audio's working.
Okay.
Okay, nope, wrong one. There we go. Okay, we're both working, so people can hear it. Dragon Ball is life. Okay. There we go. Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, I guess you just
there.
still need to download them. That's what it looks like.
Okay, so where's my... Yeah, I have it purchased.
Yeah, but the way...
Oh, do I have to individually download them on PS4? That sucks!
Yeah, that's how it is.
Okay,
so you still need to download Cooler and
here's
17.
how backed up I am. Cooler? I don't have Cooler. Okay, give us a second, guys, while we figure this out. Okay, so now we have Cooler. 17. So Android 17 from Super. Or as I like to call him, Super 17. Just to confuse people. Wait, the GT villain's in here? No, it's 17 from Super.
Yeah, I mean, unless you go into, like, Super Dragon Ball Heroes sort of weird canonicity stuff. Of course, that's a whole different bugbear.
Okay, so Jiren, Videl. Yes, we have the human brick wall that is Jiren. I gotta admit this, man. Like when I watched the Tournament of Power, I was a little disappointed that Jiren was as bland as he was.
Yeah, Totally Not Mark made a video that kind of explains in pretty good detail why Jiren didn't work the way people intended.
Yeah.
And honestly, just the whole way Super was produced was rife with a lot of problems because unlike Dragon Ball Z unlike Dragon Ball Z, which had the manga to fall back on, Super, they were flying blind. And granted, that was the same case with GT. Yeah. But they had, like, some guidance on what to do with GT, but
okay,
then again...
So now we should have them all. So, really quick, which game is this, J-Rock? We are playing Dragon Ball FighterZ. So we're going to have some fun with it. Now, let's go ahead and customize the teams again. So now you should have everybody. So, if you want to go back to, like, your Team 5, then by all means.
Alright, so I'll leave that as is.
I love the Goku Black Arc and Super. I was mixed with it. I thought that... Here's the thing. I thought the idea of an evil Goku, even though it's been done a couple of dozen times, this one was very interesting. Here's my problem. Then they introduced Zamasu. And granted, okay, I'm okay with Zamasu wishing that he was Goku and trying to take advantage of that. But then you brought in the other Zamasu, and then you fused them, and you lost me there. Because I thought you had a really good villain, and you kind of made him inconsequential because the Zamasu was... the other Zamasu was the actual villain of the arc.
And it's almost like the Dragon Ball franchise has a history of doing that with their villains or something.
Yeah. The others were mad. Tournament of Power was alright. Yeah, there were good moments in the Tournament of Power. And I love the fact... I actually think it was... And I've debated this with friends. I thought it was a really great idea, spoilers, by the way, that Android 17 won the Tournament of Power. I actually was sitting there going, like, do I want Goku to win another tournament? Do I want Vegeta to win a tournament? You know, like, do I... But it was such a out of nowhere to bring in Android 17.
Yeah. I mean, one thing I wish... And I don't know if the manga's addressed this since... Because there was the joke that Toriyama kind of made that, oh, they forgot to invite Yamcha because Goku literally forgot about Yamcha.
Yes.
And so one thing I would want to see would be, like, while the Tournament of Power is going on, if suddenly, like, some sort of lesser-known villain attacks the Earth and Yamcha's literally the only one there who can defend it.
Okay, here's the other downside is that I don't have all the colors that I do on Switch. So, here's the other thing, too. Okay, if you guys are playing Fighters on Switch, I do still have that copy. So at that point, if you guys want to swap over to the Switch, we can do that. I've got the Switch set up as well. Love Goku and Vegeta has the best character development I have ever seen in the shows or the anime. Yeah, Vegeta got a lot of development, especially in Super.
Yeah, I guess it's because you have the difference between a flat character like Goku, which that's not necessarily meant to be like, oh, it's a bad character. No, a flat character works a certain way, and then you've got a more dynamic character like Vegeta to kind of balance it.
Yeah.
And many people think, oh, if a character's flat, that's like a bad thing, but not necessarily. It depends on the writing and how you write the supporting cast, because when you look at characters like Goku, you kind of see how his actions influence the other characters around him to change for the better.
Agreed.
For the most part. And then Frieza is kind of a nice counterpoint to that, where Frieza is also a flat character, but often influencing the other characters around him for the worse, and thus making a nice parallel to Goku.
See, and gee, now that I'm actually thinking about it, like, do I have a favorite Super arc throughout all of that? I would probably have to say, like, maybe the Universe 6 tournament.
Yeah.
Like, all the lead up into that was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I haven't actually seen much of Super, because I just kind of...
You refuse to acknowledge that Super exists.
It's not really that. It's just more, one, I don't have cable.
Yeah.
And I don't have the money to pay for the Funimation app. And it was also just the case after... what kind of put me off was Resurrection F, the movie.
Well, didn't you say once that you were keeping up with the manga or something like that?
I was for a bit, but then I had to cancel the Shonen Jump subscription, so I was enjoying the Moro arc and the overall Galactic Patrol arc, because there, at least, it was something new and different. And I think the fact that they're allowing Toyotaro to get far enough ahead to give them enough stories to adapt, that will definitely be better in the long run. It really depends on whether or not Toei plans on actually doing a new anime or not, though. Because with Super Dragon Ball Heroes, that one's not really meant to be like, oh, it's the new series. That's literally just meant to be a promotion for the arcade game that is only in Japan.
Yeah.
And the Switch version that came out stateside, I haven't played it, but from what I've heard, it didn't do well because it was just too far out there.
What didn't do well?
The Dragon Ball Heroes World Tour.
Oh yeah, dude, I tried to watch that. It was hard.
Well, yeah, and then the Switch version, the Switch game that was meant to introduce the game to the U.S. market, also got a pretty lukewarm reception because it was just I mean, it's kind of the same problem when trying to introduce any sort of card game or trading card game based thing to a foreign market. It takes a while to build up that kind of player base, and arcades in America don't work the same way as arcades here in the States.
No, they really don't.
I mean, in Japan. It's been a long day.
It really has, and it's going to get longer because we're going to have some fun. But let's see, and then I'm also going to just pick... I was actually experimenting with this on Switch. I'm going to pick my non-Saiyans, but I've got an unusual team, so I'm not sure if it works or not. Because I'm doing Piccolo and Tien with Yamcha. I think that's good. That's a good partnering, but we'll have to find out. Let's see, where can I put this and have it be awesome? Okay, well, this is appropriate for the World Tournament.
Yeah.
And there we go. I think we got all of our teams set up. So at that point, first of all, let's save it, and let's do a couple of practice rounds just to get ourselves stretched out and warmed up.
Yeah.
So first thing first. This is also going to be good for me because I technically have not tried out the super version of Broly. Let's see. Just do Drak 2326. That should be okay.
Okay, because we don't want another incident where my password gets out again.
Yeah. Let's not do that. Let's not. Spoiler alert, you guys didn't see it, but when we did the Drak tries, that happened.
Yeah.
So, all right, so...
I mean, I know there's a way to do it using the app where you can sign in and you don't have to enter the password. You just use the app to sign in. And I've set it up that way, but time's not on our side, so...
So let's see, Universe 6 was cool too, though Frost was annoying, though. I actually like the idea of Frost, like an opposite or an opposing universe version of Frieza. But in the end, it's like they're the exact same thing. If they had been different, I think it would have been better.
Yeah, again, this is kind of what happens when you don't have like communication between Toyotaro and Toriyama and the people at Toei.
Yep. Let's do a 3v3. and no time limit, and there you go. I think we're set up. So pick whoever you want. Stretch yourself out with whomever you want. I have a feeling he'll kick my butt because you probably do a little bit better on it than I do.
Well, to a point. I'm out of practice, so at least the first few rounds you'll probably stand a chance.
Goku Black. I'm just going to go with my default team. This is like the team I kind of assembled for myself. For the way I kind of play. Okay. There we go. All good. So I see you've got Videl in your lineup. Have you been messing around with her?
I've tried her a little bit, so
I'm kind of hoping she's a simpler version of Ginyu. I could not get on board with Ginyu in this game. Like, all of his assists got really weird to me. Okay, so we've got Yamcha, Goku. You got base Goku. That's another one I've been trying to figure out.
Yeah, I actually find I have an easier time using base Goku over the Super Saiyan version, so...
See, and everybody gives me crap because I go with Super Saiyan because it's the easier one of them. I still can't... Like, I'm still trying to figure out Blue and base. Even Kid Goku is a little weird to me. Especially since I want to unlock the Super Saiyan 4 ending all the time. Okay, and here's the wonderful thing is that we get to play with D-pads. So let me know when you're good.
I'm good.
Okay.
This is the end. I saw that coming.
Right. Oh! Good one.
Don't laugh too soon. This is the end.
Dang it. I'm in that weird time where I'm trying to teach myself not to mash. But the game just encourages you to do so. Especially with characters like Yamcha. Boom! There we go. BAM! This is why I keep Adult Gohan in my list. Because I love the fact you get additional combo from his Mystic form. I haven't watched any Heroes. Is it any good? No.
It's very much fan servicey.
Oh, and welcome to Uchiha Clan. I think you're attending the wrong anime event. Well, oh! I'm not gonna lie, this is the first time I fought Videl. Oh! Whoa! Okay, you got her down. So is she like an easier version of Ginyu?
I haven't really tried Ginyu at all, so I can't really tell you.
Well, I'm only asking because she's got Saiyaman. So at that point, you don't have too many to work with. That's the problem with Ginyu, is that you have to, like, cleverly place which Ginyu Force member you're picking out. And that was the problem I always had, is, like, for some reason I'd always get Goldo in the wrong time, or I'd get Rikum at the wrong time.
Yeah.
If you want to switch characters, just let me know. Oh. Ooh. There we go. Ooh. It's been a while since I've actually fought like a Yamcha player. So I actually kind of forget like all the absurd combos Yamcha can pull off. Jeez. There we go. The Cell games are, yes. Well, we're not on it, but I did pick it for our my Super Saiyan team. I'm a weird guy like that. I like to have like the more appropriate stages. Oh. Oh. I promise. We will get to the chat, guys, but we're like concentrating now. And I'm having fun right now because like fighting games are like zen to me. It's like playing chess in your brain.
No escape.
Final Flash with a punch! This is why I'm obsessed with Vegeta in this game. I love Final Flash. Until they give me Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, and I can get Final Shot. I really like that ability.
Yeah, well, it remains to be seen.
Make sure you Goku Rose, huh? How pathetic did you feel?
Okay, I'm gonna swap characters.
Same here.
Like, rematches are great and all, but eventually you just want to mess around with some other stuff. And you know what? I'm gonna take on the character that has sparked my interest. So let's
I keep forgetting that it's Colleen Klinkenbeard who does the voice of Kid Goku now.
Yeah.
But I know why, because she's the new voice of Gohan, and that's always because in the Japanese dub, Masako Nozawa does the voice of both Gohan and Goku. So I get it.
Isn't she Goten too?
Yeah. And so I get kind of the idea of maintaining that consistency. Still, sometimes I always have to remind myself, okay, it's not Stephanie Naldani because she's no longer works with Funimation.
Let's see. This one's purely experimental. I'm not even aiming for any kind of synergy. I mean, I started with Hit, and I don't care what anybody says. Like, if you can start with Hit and you can make him work, you are a pro.
Yeah.
Hit is very hard in this game to work with. I don't know if you've messed around with him at all, but
I haven't. I mean, I've played the game like a little bit, but it's been a while.
yeah.
I haven't even finished the story mode, so.
You know what? Let's do Cooler. He's probably a big powerhouse. Okay. I've messed around a little bit with Hit, and I can guarantee you guys I can't pull off half the crap I've seen other elite players do with him. All right. Oh, I think you're in charge of it this time.
All right.
So pick your favorite area. She's a legend. Oh, are we talking about Colleen Klinkenbeard? Yes. And Sophia is apparently loving this. So we can have some fun with it. In between matches, we'll try and get to the chat so we can hear what you guys are saying. Let's see. So we have Goku GT, we have Videl, and Base Goku. Now, from what I've heard, Goku GT is a little cheap. But he's cheap in the sense that Gotenks is.
Yeah.
Because he's too short. But we'll find out. I'm only doing this because I like the Kid Goku intro.
Truly, I have been looking forward to our fight.
Come on, let's do this! I'm dying to fight you!
I just love how the camera's done for that.
Okay, that's something I didn't know we could do.
Hey, what's the dash? Oh, jeez. Oh. Ooh. Yeah, he is so stiff. Oh. Bam, okay. And this is how Romney found his stride and now he's ready to go. So I guess we got to talk about the elephant in the room here. What are our thoughts on Johnny Young Bosch? Johnny Young Bosch is Broly. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts in the chat. I think it works, but that's just because I really do think that he is emulating what Vic was doing. Holy crap, this guy is a lot easier to play than movie Broly. He's faster in a weird way. Oh, jeez.
Is that all?
I see bad hearing in the chat. Can you guys not hear us? I'm giving you that just because I love this bomb. I like getting that destructive finish. What was the question about Broly? What do you guys think of Johnny Young Bosch being the new Broly?
Well, it sounds like Broly.
It really does.
I mean, people forget that... people forget they did change the voice of Broly. Like, when the movie came out, they worked with Vic to rework the voice, so that way it would be more within his natural range, because he couldn't do the lower, gravelly stuff without wrecking his vocal cords.
Yeah.
And so something like that is probably easier for Johnny Young Bosch to emulate, so to speak.
Yeah. Again, I think that Johnny is doing pretty much what Vic was doing in the movie. And so at that point, I'm okay with it because he could take it to the next step. And I will be honest, if there was anybody that I would want to replace Vic, it would probably be Johnny. Johnny is just that dedicated a voice actor, he would find a way to be able to do it. I will say this, I can hear Broly in him, but because I know Johnny, I can also hear Ichigo in him. And I can also hear Vash in him. And it's a little distracting.
Yeah.
And that's just because Vic's voice was so different than Broly that it was hard to recognize that it was him that was doing all the grunting and the screaming of Kakarot. So that's kind of my issue with it. I don't mess around with Beerus. Beerus is another hard one. Let's see. Vegeta. And you know what? I'm going to mess around with Videl. Where is Videl?
Next to the Super Vegito,
there we
Vegeta
go.
blue thing.
I'm going to mess around with her. Not in that way, people. Okay, there we go. You get to pick.
All right.
Johnny Young Bosch is cute. I know we can't answer the comments. I know you'll get to it soon. Okay, well, obviously Sophia's biased. She thinks he's cute.
Yeah.
All right, so we got, Teen Gohan, Videl, and Krell. Ooh. That's actually an interesting team to me.
I'm just literally spitballing at this point.
No. Actually, like, I'm thinking about it, and the only thing I would do is I'd swap out Videl for Teen Gohan, because Teen Gohan is just a power character.
Now then, pure rage will not be enough to best me.
Super Saiyan 2 Gohan was the MVP. Yes.
I will stop.
It's still one of my favorite transformations in Dragon Ball. Oh yeah, you got him down. I've been working on that combo for a while. Okay. Can't remember how to use the balls. Did you like the new Broly movie? Yes, absolutely we did. In fact, we have a video on it.
Yep.
So you guys can check that out. I actually have been considering, and maybe I'll bring this idea to Romney live. I've been considering, since we are coming up on the year anniversary of Super Broly, and given the fact that, well, Broly sadly has not gotten the best press this year. I'm almost tempted to do a wide release on Dragon Ball Super Broly.
Well,
Like, bring in somebody like Shay to talk about it. 'Cause she's a big Dragon Ball fan. Bring back our Dragon Ball panel just to relive how awesome Super Broly was. Oh, did you hear that they're talking about redubbing Super Broly
I wouldn't be surprised.
to add Johnny in?
Yeah, especially for like subsequent releases and TV airings. That when you get into the whole green tint issue that they've been dealing with the home release in the U.S., that even Manga Entertainment has been making fun of.
Ooh, you got me. That was cool. Holy crap, man. I would love it, but I would still want to own the movie version that has Vic as the voice, just because I did like what he did with the performance. And then, like, start up with whatever the next Dragon Ball Super season's going to be called. I've heard rumors like it's Dragon Ball Ultra. And I would think that would be a bad idea. I don't know about you. Just because with My Hero Academia being as popular as it is, it just makes me think you're trying to make it. Yeah, she is a lot faster, actually, than Ginyu. Oh, dang it. I should have picked that one. I didn't realize that one was in here. Is that the outfit? No, she was in the white shirt. The white and purple when she got beaten up by Spokovich, right?
Yeah, whereas this was the outfit she was wearing after she got out of the hospital.
Yeah, that's right. And this is when she found out that Gohan was the one that saved the world, not her dad. If there's one thing I'm looking forward to in Dragon Ball Abridged, I want that scene. Just because I have a feeling they do something along the lines of, oh,
You got them Dragon Balls.
oh my gosh, this is like the first time I've ever done it. I almost wish that I could give you back your characters just to keep this going. Oh, and if you don't use them, then you lose them. Okay.
My turn.
There we go.
I'm sorry.
Abridged is the greatest. Yes, it is. All right, are we feeling ready to go?
I'd say so.
Okay, let's do it. So, first things first, since we're playing Wi-Fi right now, for some reason I can't find my Ethernet cable, we will need to probably pick a lower pop realm or area. And then we will give you guys the information. Like, if you guys want to join us, let us know in the chat. If not, then we can just go to a higher pop and we can do a casual matches. That'd be fine by me. Okay, so, geez. Trying to remember how you actually swap realm. Or, I keep on saying realms just because I'm used to WoW. Let's see. Oh, gate reception. Yes, move to a different one. Who's your friend playing Dragon Ball Z? This is Stephen Romney of Studio Ghost, Utah. He is also my fellow panelist on the Geek News Reviews and Opinions podcast.
And it's funny that J-Rock literally answered that in the chat as well.
Yes, exactly. So that is Romney. He is awesome. Romney, whenever he comes out with videos, they are just magic.
Yeah.
He puts in so much work for them. He is the James Rolfe of Utah. I'm thoroughly convinced of that.
I wouldn't go that far.
Well, just because of the level of effort that you try to put into it.
Yeah. I mean, I try to. It's just sometimes it's usually I have much grander ambitions than end up having to scale them back.
Yep. Okay. Let's see. So we can do this for a little bit, but then eventually we actually got to move over to Guilty Gear, or to Smash Bros. Ultimate. And you guys can pick in the chat which one you would prefer to have, because we can just swap them out if you guys have Smash Bros. Ultimate. Because the goal here is to play with you guys, as well as being able to play online. Like, we have no problem playing online, but that's just the way it goes. So in the meantime, I'm just going to go ahead and set up a casual match. Opponent color, anything goes. Connection quality. I'm going to go with anything goes. Match completion rate? No, you're good. What is this? Same color? What the hell? Okay. Enter casual match. So we'll just do this for the meantime, and if you guys want to join us in FighterZ, you are more than welcome to do so. We are US West Coast 2. And I know I could set up a group, but I think I have to do that. Like, people actually need to be here for me to do that. Let's see. How do I do that, actually? How do I set up a group? I know you can. Replay reception, rankings, Z Union, tournament mode.
I think that might be the one in the middle, maybe?
Might be. Information. Here we go. Arena mode. No. Arena mode.
Arena match.
There we go. So join an arena match. Oh, and I'm stretching. Ready to go. Oh, you know what? Actually, really quick, let me make sure that we've got... Yay! I got 2,000 Zenny for stretching my legs. Customize. So edit the team. So let's go ahead and set this one up. Unless you want to go first.
You can go first.
Okay. I will go with my default just because this is the team I kind of set up for me. All right. There we go. Oh my goodness, man. We can finally do this. This is going to be fun. So I actually do have a question that I want to bring up to you, Romney, and I want to bring up to the chat as well. I love how FighterZ was done. I think this was a really great job by ArcSys.
Mm-hmm.
And it actually made me think one of the nights that I was playing through just waiting for ranked matches to happen. Because by the time I play at night, there's nobody doing casual.
Yeah.
They're all ranked. And so at that point, I just kind of looked at this and went, wow, wouldn't it be cool if Yu Yu Hakusho was done in this format? Or if other shonen shows were done in this format? Like, would it... To me, it would work. Would that work for you?
I definitely think so. I mean, honestly, I look at this and I'm just like, okay, I know what Namco tries to do with stuff like Jump Force, but I look at this and I'm just like, why not just give ArcSys the Shonen Jump property and let them create the kind of fighter that people would want?
Because that's the other thing that also came to my mind. Is like, you don't even have to do it based on a specific series. Why don't you let them be the next upcoming Shonen Jump crossover developers?
Yeah, I mean, I can understand the idea of, but there's too many series. Well, then Namco can do what they did way back when, where they had DON, which was basically limited to just Dragon Ball, One Piece, and Naruto, where you can choose like limited series. And the way I'd see it off the top of my head, I can see them doing, okay, well, limited to My Hero Academia, One Piece, which is still ongoing, and then probably Demon Slayer, since that's the other big Shonen Jump series that's being promoted.
But the cool part about that is that when you actually try to do the DLC packs, that's when you can dip into the vault.
Yeah.
And that's when you can bring out characters like Kenshiro. And you will surprise everybody. Because here's the thing. If we did it specifically, like, let's just say for the sake of argument, you do a My Hero Academia one. You're limited to My Hero Academia. So at that point, you're limited to whatever characters are available at that given moment. That's kind of one of the things I see as the flaw of fighters. Is eventually you're going to run out of Goku forms, you're going to run out of Vegeta forms, and then eventually you have to find some way to be able to bring in new characters. But the Shonen Jump one, it allows for so much more potential. You could technically bring Yugi into this and have him be like Ginyu, where he summons his monsters, and it would be just fine.
Yeah, and that is a way it could work if you're doing the Shonen Jump one, but then again you run into the other issue where, while with Dragon Ball, or if it was just Yu Yu Hakusho, you are limited with the amount of characters, whereas
because
Shonen
Yu Yu
Jump,
Hakusho's done.
Whereas Shonen Jump, you have the opposite problem, where there's just so many characters, some of whom are very niche. I mean, for me, an example of characters I wanted to see, and I think they're in Jump Force, but I'm not sure, would be characters from Shaman King, which was a series.
There's one.
Yeah.
There's one, I think.
Yeah, which would probably be Yo, because that's a series that I liked, but it didn't hit as big of an audience as, say, Yu Yu Hakusho or Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
It kind of got overshadowed by some of the other series around the time it was running. But that would be something worth seeing, is that that's why I think doing the DON model, where you choose 3 series to start as the central ones.
And they got to be current. They got to be popular.
Yeah, so that's why My Hero Academia, Demon Slayer, One Piece would probably be the best ones to choose. Because especially Demon Slayer, that one has been a surprise hit for Shueisha. Yeah. Especially given that they got a movie right after their first season.
But then at that point, when you actually start to do the character packs, you can dip into the well. And you can bring in Yusuke Urameshi, just for the hell of it. Because it doesn't have to make sense within those contexts. And hell, so you brought up, what were the ones that you had? Oh, there we go. What were the ones that you had again? You had My Hero Academia, you had Demon King, And what was it, Dragon Ball that the other one was?
Yeah, so, like, the third one would be One Piece, since that's still ongoing.
Yeah, so then at that point, you already have the Dragon Ball characters designed. You can just bring them in because people love how they're made.
Yeah, you keep running into desired fight conditions do not match those of your opponent.
Yes. People are being silly. We're having fun. I have a question for Rodney, for Romney. Do you like Devil May Cry?
Yes, I do. I'm not as skilled with Devil May Cry. It kind of started because my older brother was more of the larger fan of it, had played... Well, actually, both my older and my younger siblings were more the fans of it. My older brother was really good at Devil May Cry 3 and even beat Dante Must Die mode, whereas my younger sibling is the only one in the family who played the first three, all three of them. So having played the original and DMC2, none of us ever actually finished 4. I think my older brother finished 4, but we kind of got bored with 4. But that was mostly because, well, they basically pulled a Metal Gear Solid 2 and thought, okay, well, let's change things to a new character. But that's one of the things I like about Devil May Cry 5 is that they found a way to actually make Nero more interesting and even kind of redeemed him a bit in the game. So
when you're playing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, play as Solid Snake or as Joker from Persona 5. I think we can do that.
Yeah, not good at either one of those characters.
I'm kind of good with Joker, but not really.
Yeah.
Oh, come on! Stop rejecting me! What the hell? Okay, well, I hate to do this, Romney, but I think we're going to have to do this. Ranked match. Because then at that point, we can at least get somebody. Actually, I probably got to change the ranked one. Let's see. Ranked match. Same rank, about the same is what I kind of want to go for. And, yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's the weekend. The ones that are playing are pretty much...
I mean, we've got a pretty big server right now, but the problem is that I can guarantee you 60% of them are in rank.
Yeah.
Because they just want to be able to play ranked matches. Which is fine. Like, you guys could do that.
Yeah, just that's what the players who go to tournaments do. I just know that Dragonball FighterZ has been struggling tournament-wise because Shueisha has made the fee that a lot of these organizers have to pay really pricey compared to all the other fighting games. Because Shueisha has been trying to hold their own tournaments rather than going with all the major ones, and that's why even ArcSys themselves have been putting more muscle behind Guilty Gear and BlazBlue, because that one's a case of, okay, this one's not being held hostage by Shueisha. These two, we can actually literally do a world tour. I tried to compete, but I don't have the kind of time to play at that level. And this is coming from someone who's done like 2 Smash tournaments that were really, really exhausting.
Well, but you got pretty far in them, didn't you?
Not really. I mean, the second time in the Smash tournament, since they did a ladder format, I did slightly better.
Okay.
But that was just mostly as kind of a sheer numbers game. Because the second year, and that's been the format they've been doing it for the first... It's kind of the elimination round is what I would call it.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of the whole you lose once and you're out, you just play as many matches as possible, and the ones with the most victories then go on to the brackets.
There we go. We have an opponent. Except I don't have my ranking that I do on Switch. I'm a lowly Earthling again. Permanently. Okay. We'll make it work.
Yeah. And so, yeah, that's... I lost my train of thought.
It's okay. We actually have somebody to face. Okay, we have Blue Saiyan. So he's got Frieza and Goku and Vegeta. So there you go. That's the fun part about ranking is like 80% of them have at least a Goku or a Vegeta in their party.
Yeah.
And usually the ones that are in there are Super Saiyan Goku, in my perception, and then Blue Vegeta. Blue Vegeta is just, in my opinion, better because he's kind of a mix of Super Saiyan version, but also his own little bag of tricks. Oh.
Yep. The signal's at 1 bar, so...
That's alright. Oh. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, there's a lot of delay here. That's all right, though.
Yeah, that's the name of the game when playing online.
Huh? Dude, I even get lag. because I'm playing on Switch and restricted to Wi-Fi. But I can guarantee you that if I had my Ethernet cable, we probably wouldn't have that much.
Yeah.
There we go. Bam! Oh, Frieza! No! Come on. No! Ah, I got Final Flashed. There we go. I have to concentrate for this one.
Yeah.
This guy's actually kind of giving me a run for my money.
And if you're not careful, they'll get the Dragon Balls.
Yeah, they will. There we go. All right. Oh, he is definitely going to go sparking right after this. Yeah, baby! Oh!
Oh, boy.
Oh! I mean, I'm happy. Like, that was awesome. Dang it. Oh my gosh. This literally, I love this game. This is why I love it. We could literally get down. Oh. No. Oh my gosh. No! Goku isn't the only Super Saiyan. Awesome. That was great, Blue Saiyan. That was awesome. Let's see. In Romney and in Drak, who do you think the next Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? Hope that it's Dante, Virgil, or Nero.
Well.
Oh yeah, that's right. Cyberman is the lowest one. That's
Well.
right.
All things considered, it would if they go with a Devil May Cry character, it probably would be Dante, given that they've released these that they're releasing the Devil May Cry games on Switch.
Yeah, that would be the only way that they're doing it.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if they're going to go with another Capcom character per se, given that
they've already done.
Yeah, because they've already got Mega Man, Ryu, and Ken, so that's already 3. And so it's kind of hard to say who would be likely.
I will tell you, Romney, the one that I hope the rumor is true, but no evidence that it would be, is there's been talk that Fulgore has been prattled around because they're talking about releasing Killer Instinct to the Switch, and that they would also formally announce Killer Instinct 2, probably for the Xbox Series X.
Well, I mean, I can kind of see it, especially given that Microsoft was willing to let Nintendo use Banjo-Kazooie, and because the Killer Instinct games were initially released for the SNES, but again, that one's kind of a tricky case of whether or not Microsoft will be able to make that sort of arrangement happen again, or if they're willing. Honestly, I'm thinking they may try I would be leaning more towards probably another sort of retro sort of character, something from kind of further back in the library for some of them. I'm just not sure which ones. I keep trying to think of characters that they would want to advertise.
Okay, you say retro character, I want to kick one out because I already know somebody's going to bring it up. It's not Gino. It's never going to be Gino, and that whole costume in the Wii U version was your evidence.
Yeah, I would probably go a bit further than that. Like, I remember there were some games I was thinking that, oh, hey, if they include some of these characters, it would be nice as a nice throwback, because that's why we end up with characters like Ice Climbers and Pit. I mean, one that I would think would probably work well would be Ryu Hayabusa, because the Ninja Gaiden games were considered...
Oh, that would be amazing.
Yeah, they were considered the hardest, and Koei Tecmo has an established relationship with Nintendo thanks to Metroid Other M and the Warrior series with both Hyrule Warriors and Fire Emblem Warriors.
Yeah, that would actually be really good.
And it would be fitting, too.
And it would also establish, once again, the Xbox Alliance, because to this day, a lot of like the hardcore new Ninja Gaiden fans play it on Xbox.
Yeah, but then again, it wasn't always limited just to Xbox. Even with part of the new series, you had Dragon Sword for the DS, and I mean, they even have the Ninja Gaiden game on Nintendo Switch Online, so it's a case where, of the characters they could include, I think that one would be one worth pursuing, just because of the history behind the character on the Nintendo platforms.
Yeah, exactly.
And aside from that, there are also other games that they could also look to incorporate. I mean, I'm still holding out hope that they'll work in either Phoenix Wright or Professor Layton. Leaning more towards Layton, though, because, again, Capcom already has 3 representatives.
I would see Level 5 getting it, but not... I kind of agree with you on Capcom. I think they've had too much Capcom love.
Yeah. And, I mean, then there's also people hoping for Sora, which would also make sense. But, again, that would more or less depend on whether Square is deciding to port any of the Kingdom Hearts games to Switch. But technically, there was Chain of Memories for GBA, so that at least takes care of the rule of, oh, must have had a release on the Nintendo console.
Or I'm just gonna throw this out there, but they just barely released the World Ends With You remix, and we just had an interesting reveal when it comes to Kingdom Hearts 3. So they could do the main character of that game.
Yeah, I can see Neku working.
Neku, yeah.
I mean, a way I would do it, I would do kind of the Ice Climber art where it would be Neku and Shiki as like a duo character.
Yeah.
Given that you have the main core crux of the World Ends With You, you have the orb passing back across screens between the characters. So definitely if it was like a two-person sort of fighter character like that, where I can even see them allowing you to switch out players, almost like Pokemon Trainer, where you have Neku and then you can switch out Shiki, Beat, and Joshua kind of mid-battle.
All right, you want to take the next one?
Yeah, we'll see if I can...
I think we could do another round, and then we got to move over to things like Guilty Gear and all that, so... okay. Well, thanks.
All right,
So, which team do you want?
Let's go with... I'm trying to remember which team I set up.
From 5 to 8.
Okay. Let's go with Team 7.
All right. So, boom. And let me just go ahead and start up the... Oh, no, I'm still in ranked. So, there you go. Oh, say no. There we go. So, searching for the match. Romney, there's a new timeline. DMC3, DMC1, DMC2, DMC4, and DMC5. And I have another question. What was your reaction to Dante telling Nero that Virgil was his dad?
Honestly, I kind of saw it coming. I think the scene could have been handled a little bit better, because it did feel like it came out of nowhere, but... It was definitely something that Nero was going to find out somehow, because, again, his arm was literally the Yamato. I mean, it was only a matter of time.
There was already speculation to the players that was the case, because he had sync with the Yamato.
Yeah, and so that honestly, like, it was expected. The scene itself does feel like it could have been structured a bit better, but... It felt like the people behind the story were like, okay, we need to find some way to just get this reveal out of the way.
I just like the scene afterwards when he basically bitch slaps them both, and then he mouths off to both of them, because that just makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, and that definitely was a much more satisfying thing. Like, okay, this allowed Nero to kind of have the last word and being like, hey, you guys kind of wrecked this stuff. I'm not dead weight. Quit pushing me aside.
Yep.
And I just especially like the pettiness between Virgil and Dante, where like Dante's just like, okay, that slap nearly knocked me out. He's like, okay, if I beat him, that means I beat you by proxy, because that is something brothers actually do.
Yeah, they will. Yes, and I love that they kept like the sibling rivalry in there with Virgil and Dante, whereas in 3 they kind of ignored it, because Virgil was better than that. He was bigger than that.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of loosely hinted at it, but a lot of it was more or less... I mean, a lot of the brother relationship stuff was more explored to a greater detail in the first Devil May Cry.
Yep.
And that was when the game was trying to be a bit more serious. Whereas Devil May Cry 3, I think, is when the series kind of hit its stride. Okay, here we go.
So another low one, but I think we'll... Oh, okay, well, fine.
Well, fine then.
Well, fine then.
Be that way.
Yeah, wait. And Romney, you're the coolest dude ever for Drak in this. See, here's the thing with Sophia. She's actually using her mic to be able to tell us this. So sometimes the comments come out a little weird.
Yeah,
Oh, you got a match.
Oh.
Cool. We got someone with a slightly better connection. Yay!
All right, let's see how long until I'm thoroughly Yamcha'd.
Let's see. You are up against Proper Puncher 702 with Frieza, Goku Black, and Tien. See, my problem is I'm not a fan of Frieza in this game. Frieza just doesn't feel right. Oh, and Andrea's actually joining us live. The girls are watching right now. Very cool. I didn't realize they were going to do that over the grandparents, but they did. They're watching us play some good old-fashioned Dragonball FighterZ. Because, spoiler alert, my girls love this game. Except my wife now gets, or my oldest gets mad when I punch them. It's like, don't hit them, and then she starts crying. Oh, jeez. See, this is one of the reasons I love fighting games. Is like you can already tell just from the look on Romney's face as well as here, like this is a chess game going on in your brain. Like, when to block, when to try and execute a combo. It all works. Hello, Andrea. Oh, jeez. Holy moly. So the next question I actually want to bring out here, Romney, to you is, what do you think the chances are that we are going to get a Fighters Pass 3? And if we do, who would you like to see being brought into that roster?
Well,
I'll give mine while you're working on this, but jeez, both are down to 2. Okay. I kind of hope it does, but my problem is kind of what me and Romney were saying. There aren't a whole lot of characters now to be able to go and bring in, unless you went back into, say, like, Dragon Ball. Definitely Kefla. I would love to see either that or Caulifla make her way in, but I think it would probably be Kefla. People love the Kefla fight.
okay, that was lucky.
Yeah. I think Kefla would have to be one of them. I don't know if I bring in another movie villain. That's the thing. Because, like, now we have, like, Android 13. We have Turles, Lord Slug. So I don't know if I'd go that way. Oh! And here comes Golden Frieza. Ooh! Very nice. Yeah, Romney, go! There we go! Oh my gosh, you had me at the edge of my seat. Okay. So let's see, Kefla. I will say right here now, I don't know if I want Ultra Instinct Goku. There are a lot of Gokus in this game.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for the great match.
Well, I tried, but I at least got one down.
All right. I was going to say, if you want to rematch him, you're more than welcome to.
Let's find out.
Looks like I got a lot stronger.
I have a feeling Ultra Instinct Goku would be one of them. The other one that I think is
here we go.
Kind of a shoo-in is Kefla. I think we're going to get Kefla. The other one that I also bring up that I think is possible is Topo. Topo from Jiren's universe, I think he'll come into, because if I remember correctly, there was a whole mini arc within the Tournament of Power about him, and him almost being like a god of destruction. You can do it, Romney. we go. Oh, man. You also have to factor in lag. Lag really does change a fight. Oh, jeez. Okay. And I have seen people actually asking would they ever put in another God of Destruction character alongside Beerus, and I don't know if they will, because in the Tournament of Power, we got to see other Gods of Destruction fight, but not very long. Actually, you know what? If they were going to do a Fighters Pass 3, I want them to dip into Dragon Ball. If for no other reason than to get us Mercenary Tao.
Yeah, I was just about to say, Mercenary Tao would be someone I would want to see.
Yes, that would be awesome. Do we want Gear Xrd? He might be a fun little character to mess around with. I will say this, don't do Goten and Kid Trunks. Don't. Gotenks is fine, but Goten and Kid Trunks, I just don't see enough making them different. Ooh. Well, you got Frieza down.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Bam.
That was close.
That was still hard fought, man. I'll give you a fist bump right there. Congrats.
Yeah, but yeah, Mercenary Tao, and one character I think they should add, Master Roshi.
Yes. Yes, actually, because I think he'd be an awesome little utility character. Because that's the cool part about Krillin in this game. Krillin became a utility character. And if people don't think, like, I do regret seeing a Krillin in the team, I do, because there's always a potential to heal.
Alright, so should I go for one more?
Let's do no rematch. Actually, we've burned enough time. I'm actually wondering, should we get to Guilty Gear, or should we just go to Smash?
Well...
How about the chat decide? What do you guys want to see? Guilty Gear or Smash Bros. Ultimate? Because that might be helpful.
Alright, well, let's figure out how to cancel out of the ranked.
Oh, let me get it here.
Yeah, that way we don't get pulled into another match inadvertently.
Yes. Yeah, if you're... Yes, I want to cancel my ranked match. All right. Yeah, if you're on Switch, I need to get you friended so that I can play with you.
Well, yeah, and I mean, I brought my Switch as well if we need to actually bring in, like, because I have all the characters unlocked, whereas Adam does not, so...
No, I'm missing, like, a few. In fact, one of the characters that I main, I'm missing, and it sucks. Because I haven't been able to get Shulk yet.
Yeah, well, if we play matches one-on-one, give it enough time.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, that's how I unlocked all the characters. I didn't do the story mode. I just played classic mode a bunch of times.
Okay. I'm actually not seeing anybody giving any intake, so...
Well, I'd say maybe Guilty Gear would be easier since we've got the PS4 set up.
Exactly. Let's go ahead and do that. And this is one of the glorious things, is that I actually don't have to take a break to swap it out. Because usually we pick something that's on different consoles every time. So here we go. Let's go ahead and do Xrd Rev 2. And this is like the first ever official Guilty Gear game I've ever owned. Holy crap.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, Guilty Gear is definitely one of those niche ones. I just happened to discover it because back when the Cottonwood Mall existed, and this is going to basically date me incredibly, but back when Cottonwood Mall existed, there was this arcade called Tilt. And Tilt would occasionally bring in new machines, and me and my sibling...
Oh, yeah. Tilt. I love that.
Yeah, and me and my older brother and my younger sibling, we happened to be there, and we just were looking through some of the games. They had some classics like Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and then we just saw this really awesome-looking anime fighting game called Guilty Gear X2. So we played it in the arcade. We then got it for the PS2 and played the crap out of it, and then so you have to do it without existing data, since this is your first time owning a Guilty Gear. It needs to create new data.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
You kept selecting with existing data.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so create saved file without data, then click OK. So
Oh, I'm on cancel. That's why. Okay. This is confusing. All right. There we go. I know how to video game. But there has to be another character for Devil May Cry 6 to come out. And Romney, do you ever follow JoJo Wi-Fi, Youngya, or Sele?
I do follow Yongya off and on. I followed him extensively back when the Phantom Pain was getting ready to come out, when he kind of started out as kind of a Metal Gear channel.
Huh.
It's story mode data, so you have to do it with that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the same thing, because story mode data has to...
That's
yeah.
right. Okay. So, okay. We'll get it all done.
Yeah. So, yeah, I followed Yongya. I watch his videos on and off. I'm not subscribed, because sometimes there are news articles, stories that are interesting. It's just a case with the amount of channels I already follow and barely watch. I kind of don't have a lot of time. Plus, I've been kind of trying to step away from consuming YouTube as much, partially because of the YouTube blackout, but after the YouTube blackout, it made me realize, suddenly I have a bunch of extra time.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure if this thing has online multiplayer, but
It
we
does.
are gonna try.
So, yeah, you go into battle,
Okay.
and
And
you don't need to go through the tutorial, so click cancel.
oh, cancel. Yeah.
And
Okay.
so you've got online, arcade, and dojo.
Okay. Let's see.
All right, so it should be detecting my controller.
Yep.
Let's see. It might be under arcade.
Yeah. Let's do
Okay.
arcade. and
Okay,
then
there it is, and there's versus.
Versus. There you go. Oh wow, Mike. Okay. As far as Devil May Cry 6 is concerned, I kind of hope they bring back Nero, because they kind of set him up to take over the business.
Yeah, as for any sort of new characters that would come in, honestly, there's a lot of directions they could go with. Okay, who do I remember how to use?
I think these are the only two I've ever used consistently, is Kai and Baiken. Oh, maybe I used this guy.
Okay.
Let's go with that. Let's do stylish. Okay, yes, we're good.
Oh yeah, I guess since it's brand new. Because on my copy, I have a lot of the tracks unlocked, so...
Yep, but I don't. So I'll have to work on that. But next time, Romney, try to skip, because it's no part of Devil May Cry 2, but also there is a Devil May Cry anime.
Yeah,
And it's coming back very soon, and the voice of actor is Devil May Cry the anime. Yeah, they're going to bring back Ruben Langdon for
yeah,
the
because
Netflix.
Capcom very much cares about voice actor continuity. The only time they haven't honored it has been with the Ace Attorney anime, but that's because they don't have a canonical voice. But Sengoku Basara, Devil May Cry, anything based on a Capcom property, Capcom's like, okay, use these actors. They are the canon voices.
Okay.
You good?
I think so. It's pretty much the same operating system, I think.
More or less.
Okay. Okay. I just have to remember that Super Dash does not exist. Okay, there we go. All right. All right. Ooh. I already like this guy. Because I think the last time I played on this, I may have also messed around with Saul. Oh. There we go.
Okay, I think I'm starting to remember the move set now.
All right. Oh yeah, this plays a lot different from Fighters. And actually, I know I have a little bit more experience with things like Blaze Blue, but this plays different than that too. Okay. I must have played like an older entry Guilty Gear. This is way more polished than I thought. All right. Okay. Okay. trying to remember how you use this burst. Ah! There we go. It still feels really polished.
Yeah.
So at that point, I'll give the credit to Arc System.
Yeah, Arc Sys knows what they're doing. They know fighting games.
Hence why I'm making the argument, man. Give them other anime properties. Are you telling me you wouldn't love to see like a Naruto or a My Hero Academia one based that's made by Arc System? I think not. I think you want that. So we brought up Street Fighter from time to time. A lot of people are talking about a Capcom announcement for a fighting game. What do we think is more likely, Romney? That Street Fighter 6 or Marvel vs. Capcom 4?
Oh, it's hard to say, especially in the wake of the poor performance of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, now that Disney owns Fox, they'll probably be allowed to use the X-Men characters again, which was kind of the big point of contention with Capcom and
Yes.
Disney, so...
Hence why it's really cool in Ultimate Alliance to see X-Men packs. Because then at that point, oh my gosh, we can bring the X-Men back in, and really, it feels wrong to not do a Marvel Ultimate Alliance game and not have X-Men characters. Oh, jeez! Okay. I've got a countdown, I'm not sure why.
Yeah, this is like a thing that happens when you have two attacks clash.
Ooh, Hellfire. Oh my gosh, I actually won against you. I kind of figured it wouldn't happen.
Yeah, but that was down to the wire.
Yeah, no, I love it. I will also say one thing I'm really looking forward to with Strive is we're going to get even more fluid animations like that.
Yep.
Like, I just compared them, and it's almost like you're watching an anime at that point.
Yeah. I mean, one thing I missed that I wish Revelator had that we're getting with Strive than that we got with Sign is the English dub, because they had really good voices for all the characters, really. My favorite was the English voice for Slayer, because they basically made him kind of like a Sean Connery sort of type.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, like, I'm almost just disappointed that Strive is coming out later in the year, like holidays. It almost feels like summer would be the perfect time to release it.
Yeah, but it's always tricky, because with video game releases, as opposed to movie releases, you've got a lot of different factors to contend with.
Yeah. I do not like Frieza either in Dragon Ball Z, because he is really, really, really mean. Well, yeah.
Bad guy.
He's a bad guy.
I mean, you're not supposed to actually like him.
It's almost like he's a Saul bad guy. Not kidding. That was a corny joke, and that's my fault. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. I have not played this one. I thought I had. I'm like, dude with sword. I will play those. Oh, man. Actually, what's really funny, you know what this character reminds me of? John Talbot from Dark Splinters. He kind of feels like that. Oh. Oh.
All right.
That was luck right there, because you were owning me near the end.
Yeah. But I guess the key difference here is that you're doing on simple input. I'm going on technical,
Yeah,
so...
you are. So, like, at that point, if people are thinking that I'm, like, the more skilled person here, that's absolutely not the case. I'm making this as easy for myself as possible because it's been forever. There we go. See, I will say personally, if they were going to release a Capcom fighter, it would be MVC 4.
Here we go again.
just because I think Infinite is kind of a bad taste in their mouth, and they want to get rid of it. That's the one thing I'm trying to figure out is how to combo. There we go. All right. Who has had the most wins so far? It's kind of even between the two.
Yeah.
Because we were kind of even in fighters, and we're kind of even here. Although I have a feeling with Guilty Gear, he's probably gonna be the guy.
Yeah, the rust is getting knocked from the gears.
Yep. Oh, jeez. The best way I know how to explain this is like Fighters Advanced.
Yeah, I mean, the best way
'cause-
people describe Guilty Gear is that it's a fighting game on crack.
Yeah, well, just trying to figure out comboing is like the difference, because I'll admit, Fighters, the one flaw that a lot of people see in it is it's very easy to do the combos.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
but-
kind of by design, because they know that more people who haven't played ArcSys games are going to be
No,
playing.
that was a great strategy from them from Marvel vs. Capcom, is to make things as simple as possible so anybody can join in.
Yeah, and they first did that with a criminally underrated fighting game, Tatsunoko vs. Capcom.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like the only one I know who has actually played it.
I've played it once. I don't own it just because by the time I actually wanted to get it, I couldn't find it.
Well, yeah, I got it. I luckily got it as a birthday present from my older brother, and I enjoyed it. I mean, yeah, it is a tricky game to play, and I did use the simplified control scheme, but it was fun.
See, the only reason I picked it up is because I wanted to be able to see. They said that there was an Onimusha character in it,
There is.
but I didn't know who it was.
Yeah,
and so I played Soki.
Yeah, so it's not from the initial trilogy. It's from like the fourth game, the one with the blue armor.
Yes, so it's Soki Oni of the Ash, and he's not my favorite main character, but I'm just glad that Onimusha got some kind of recognition. I personally would have wanted Samanosuke, but that's me. Oh, Neo New York. Well, I have to go there now. I remember biking. Isn't she the one that has like the final where she makes you her geisha, basically?
Vaguely, it's been a while since although I have the character on my copy, I've yet to actually try her out. I've got so many games I haven't even touched.
Yeah. Join the club. Like, we make the joke a lot, but it's true. We have a big pile of games that have never been tried yet.
See, this is why I wish we had an English dub, is then we'd be able to see what kind of joke they were making.
Uh-huh. Well, we're getting an English dub for Strive.
For Strive, yeah. But because of how long it took, that's why we never got it for Revelator.
There you go.
Because, I mean, people don't realize, localizing games is not easy.
No. In some cases it can be, but that's just because if you have, like, obvious connections to localization staff and everything like that. But even then, it's still months of work, depending on the game. Oh, they changed her a little bit, because I don't remember having her having that grappling hook. I remember her just being a sword character.
Yeah, well, a lot has happened since the events of Guilty Gear X2.
Okay, alright. That's the other thing I love about fighting games, was when you can maintain continuity. It's why I play Street Fighter. And even to some extent, like, you know, if I were to ever own, like, the new Mortal Kombat games, it would be for the story modes. Jeez. It's kind of hard to predict what you're going to do. Oh. I'm gonna regret this later. Oh! There we go. We're having it narrowed down to the last round. But yeah, that's my guess. It's gonna be Marvel vs. Capcom 4.
Yeah, either that or they'll pull like a full upset and announce like a Power Stone remake.
That would be cool too, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Because Power Stone is probably like the one series I could think of that would contend with Smash.
Yeah, because it literally was meant to be a Smash Brothers clone.
Yep.
I mean, another thing I would like to see a return of would be something like Rival Schools United by Fate.
That would be cool, actually. There were a lot of good characters in that since haven't been brought over to Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Like, they brought over Karin and Sakura, obviously. But
And I mean, another thing, like, speaking of the Versus series, like, many people assume Marvel vs. Capcom, but for all we know, they could maybe make another SNK versus Capcom, or blindside us with a completely different Versus series versus entry. Because Tatsunoko vs. Capcom is part of the Versus series, so, I mean, for all we know, we could see them trying to team up with another thing. I mean, I know people for years have been wanting to see a Jump versus Capcom game.
Oh, that would be amazing, wouldn't it? Like, having Goku up against Ryu.
Yeah, but again, Namco Bandai has the rights to all Shueisha properties.
That makes more sense than Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter. I mean, I know a lot of people are screaming for that, but
yeah,
it just doesn't work.
It's probably not going to happen, just mostly because Mortal Kombat doesn't have a foothold in Japan, like, at all. Like, it is very much a strictly American thing. Because they've asked, because people, there was a YouTube video where they actually asked Japanese players about it, and it's just a case where the fan base in Japan just isn't there to make it feasible from Capcom's side.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, because, I mean, people ask, oh, how come they never did it? But then the other issue you run into is Zero. The ratings board in Japan is a bit more strict than the ESRB, and so with Capcom, it would be like, okay, you basically would end up with Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe, where the characters would have to be watered down in order to get it to a teen rating.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, another good English voice was the voice for Axel. Because unlike a lot of other localizations, they actually gave the characters accents. But, again, with Revelator and all the localization stuff, they didn't have time to actually record English lines.
I have to go with, like, my default to get combos going. Just, like, start up with a jump attack. Oh, okay. That's a big old flaming fist. I will also say, this, considering the learning curve I've had with other fighting games, I'm kind of adapting quicker than I'm used to. So that's another plus, I think, to Guilty Gear. It's got an easy enough learning curve, but then the difficulty comes from later on.
Yeah.
Trying to be able to utilize the characters properly. Yeah, Saul feels different, too. Huh. Okay. Maybe I'll actually try Saul and Strive. I already plan on owning Strive, so it's going to be a thing.
I just hope the story mode in Strive will actually be an actual game mode and not just a glorified series of anime episodes.
Yeah.
Because that's the one downside with Sign and Revelator, is that the story mode doesn't have any gameplay. It literally is basically Guilty Gear the anime, except with limited animated cutscenes. So
I think BlazBlue did that too, didn't it?
well, yeah, except BlazBlue did more the visual novel route, where you at least had kind of like artwork and stuff. And I know Revelator somewhat improved over what they did in Sign, but it's still very much one of those. It's kind of like, why not just release an anime on DVD and just bundle it with the game instead of the whole, oh, just sit back and watch this game.
Because it would take time and effort, and it would make sense.
Well, I
I
mean,
hate to go for the MASH answer.
well,
but yeah, that's probably
yeah,
true.
but the big rebuttal to that, the fact that Fate Stay Night is still a thing,
Yeah,
kind of
that's
proves
true.
that.
That's true. It actually also makes me wonder, like, how is the competitive scene going to be for Strive? Because the bottom line is, I see a lot of people migrating from fighters over to it.
Well, given that literally all the reveals for Strive have been at ArcSys sponsored tournaments and conventions,
Yeah.
it's probably going to be as strong as we've got for Revelator 2, especially given how many years Revelator was at EVO.
I was going to say, like, did Guilty Gear ever make the main stage of EVO?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So then at that point, it's possible. I just don't know if I want to see Sonic Fox playing it. I don't find Sonic Fox as entertaining as everybody else does. There we go. I'm getting it. All right, you feel good with going online?
Yeah.
I would say you probably should go online because you're doing a little bit better than me.
Yeah.
So let's do that, and there you go, man.
All right, let's see how well this goes.
Okay.
Oh, did it again. Did accidentally push cancel.
Mm-hmm. Serious duels. Yeah. Let's see how well Romney does here, and then we'll see how much I fail because I'm still learning.
All right, so let's stick with who I know best. And let's go with technical this time, so that way I don't have it throwing me off.
Mm-hmm. And also, you guys are more than welcome to make some fighting game recommendations. I think we played a lot of fighting games, so we could probably bring in some other ones. The other one I will also say I'm excited for next year is the new King of Fighters, if it actually does come out.
Yeah, I mean, we know SNK is working on it, so... All right, so let's go with North America. Wow. What the heck? Okay, let's go with a Western server.
Yeah, go as local as you possibly can, because then at that point we'll have good...
Okay, how many regions are there? I mean, yeesh.
Oh, and nobody's in them, so... Okay, maybe we will have to go to, like, East Coast or West Coast to make it work.
Nobody's online.
Oh, nobody's online.
Well, this
Dang
is the
it.
casual one, so like you said, we'll have to go with ranked.
Uh-huh. There you go. Okay. There we are. Yeah, I'm excited for King of Fighters just because it's been forever since I played one. I think the closest thing to a King of Fighters game I've played in recent years is the SVC Chaos, Capcom versus SNK.
Yeah, and there's been a number of games.
I mean, I haven't even played Terry in Smash Bros. Ultimate yet. I really want to, but it's been a while since I've had my hands on Terry Bogard.
Yeah. Well, looks like we just gotta wait.
Yup.
Could be a case where there's just no one online.
It could be, because people are waiting for Strive or they're playing other games. Jiminy Christmas, I had like a dozen other fighting game questions I wanted to be able to ask you. Oh, this is actually going to be a good one for you. Has there been a fighting game that you have wanted, like you've never been able to get your hands on or never been able to play that you really want to play?
It's hard to say.
Because for me, it's fairly simple, and I know that it's available in the States, but it's really rare to come across. I have never played Red Earth by Capcom, which was basically Capcom's attempt to do fatalities.
Yeah.
I've never played it, but I can already tell you, like, the characters that are in it are amazing, and I would love to be able to play more of it, or to play it myself and mess around with them.
Yeah. For me, it would probably have to be X-Men Children of the Atom.
Oh, okay.
And, like, an actual, like, arcade or, like, as close to, like, the Saturn version as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And I know there's that arcade cabinet they put out that has it, but I'm not going to spend $150 to get an arcade cabinet.
No.
So that would be one game I would want to play, since that was the start of the Versus series.
Mm-hmm. It really technically was. And I will also agree with you. The arcade version is much better. Like, I didn't play the Saturn version, which I'm pretty sure is the closest to the arcade as possible. I have played the PlayStation one, and it does feel different.
Yeah, that's just because they didn't want to do a PlayStation port, but
No.
people screamed for one. Yeah.
Yeah, this was back in the time where, like, Sega was probably the closest thing to arcade as possible. And so at that point, a lot of the Versus series and a couple of other fighting game franchises did better on Sega consoles. At least as far as balance. I mean, for crying out loud, the Dreamcast is still used for proper balance in EVO tournaments. Like, it's considered the standard. So, like, if you want to play Third Strike or MVC2, you have to play on Dreamcast.
Okay, that's how that move is done. Yeah.
Yeah, back in the day when Sega was a force to be reckoned with in the console market. I'm old.
Okay, that's how you do burst. Oh wait, that's not. Okay.
That was the thing I was trying to figure out, was how to do burst.
Okay. Now let's see how to do this.
The guitar riffs in this game are amazing. Destroy. I'll kick your ass, but I'll keep my pipe in my mouth.
Yep.
Indeed. But that's kind of my deal. And then also, like, it, for the heck of it, a fighting game series that I'd like to see come back. I would like to see a new Killer Instinct game for the new Xbox, because I know you're not a fan of the series, but like, I played the original Killer Instinct 1, 2, and then Gold that came out for N64. Killer Instinct on Xbox One was such a game changer, and in so many ways the right way to go, that I really want to see Iron Galaxy do another one.
Yeah, I guess one fighting game franchise, I mean, I doubt Capcom would be open to it, but definitely seeing them take another crack at Darkstalkers.
I would love that as well. In fact, this was an idea that I kind of wanted to bounce to you, but somebody brought it to my attention. How would you feel about ArcSys being brought in to do Darkstalkers?
Well, I'd be happy with it. I mean, if you're gonna make a fighting game, give it to someone who knows what they're doing.
Yeah, because a friend of mine was actually saying, like, if anybody was going to get that horror art style right, it probably would be.
Well, yeah, because I mean, they literally have their own horror-branded fighting game with Under Night, Rebirth, that really long, complicated title, because Japan.
Isn't Skullgirls theirs too?
No, Skullgirls is an American studio.
Okay. So at that point, yeah, Under Night Rebirth, I just think that the art style fits Darkstalkers better. And so at that point, you could do some amazing things with it. And since we're having fighting games be a little bit more simplified when it comes to super moves, I'd love to see the combo stuff you could do with John Talbane, with Felicia, with Dimitri, of all things. That's the one thing that's never made sense to me in Capcom games. How is it Morgan makes it into all the Versus games, but Dimitri gets nothing?
Well, it's pretty much because Morgan is technically the main heroine of the franchise.
Yeah, I know, but, like, everybody I know of, like, loved Dimitri, especially, like, the anime interpretation of him, because it was very true to form.
Yeah, like, pretty much the two main popular ones that are always in them, it's always Felicia and Morgan. Mm-hmm. And I mean, at least...
I get why Felicia can't be brought in. She's, like, all kinds of problems. Morrigan kind of to an extent, but you can easily, like, you can fix that with Lilith and stuff like that. But
well, yeah, and I mean, you could probably fix Felicia to a certain extent, since it's not like any of her attacks are particularly problematic. It's not like, she's not like Mai, that... Yeah, it's not like Mai, like, hers, given her personality, it can work.
Dude, that actually just made me think, like, how can they do King of Fighters?
Well,
they will get such hate for the Mai reveal.
Not necessarily, because King of Fighters is pretty much it's kind of below the radar from the mainstream, that most people tend to leave it alone, mostly because the ones who would be outraged, well, they're the kind of people who get bodied in those games.
Yes.
I mean...
especially King of Fighters. King of Fighters is very technical.
Yeah. And I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it doesn't look like there's anybody online.
It might not be. In fact, we're actually... almost to our last hour. Should we just go ahead and swap over to Smash Ultimate?
Yeah,
I guess. Probably will be somebody in there.
Yeah, well, given that I've had the chance to practice, let's do one more match between the two of us.
Okay, cool.
Now that I've had the chance to get brushed up.
All right. How do we get out of the how do we get out of the training?
All right, so press start, or I guess options.
Options.
And
there's no start button anymore, Romney.
And there's oh wait, oh here we go, we got someone.
Oh, cool. Go for it, man.
Let's. Don't taunt me.
There we go. And Romney, what do you...
there we go. Searching. So, yeah,
okay.
Let's do
it. And Romney, what do you think about the new Xbox? And get ready for the new generation of consoles. And also, what are your thoughts on the Stadia?
Well...
You have thoughts on the Stadia? That aren't just... Screw that.
Well, it's pretty much the Stadia. It's like... it's very much with looking at the Stadia, it's how not to release a games console.
Oh man, so many things have gone wrong. Like, Google has to be kind of peeing their pants with all of the things that have gone wrong with that poor little Stadia.
Yeah.
I almost feel bad for it. Almost.
Yeah, and so as for my thoughts on Stadia, I mean, the idea of a Netflix for video games, I mean, people have been after that for a while. I mean, Gamefly was the first to do it. We're doing it kind of the old Netflix way where they send out the games. I know that's how Aldo would review a lot of his games for the college papers, that he would use Gamefly. But,
well, because back then, like, Gamefly was worthwhile. Now Gamefly has a little bit of problems, but I know a lot of reviewers that do that.
Well,
and
yeah, and it's just
wise.
Well, yeah, just now the internet technology is actually getting to the point where streaming the games is actually becoming viable. And so, honestly, simply put, Google got poached. Everybody else, Nintendo and Microsoft and everybody, they saw what Google was doing and then just beat them to the punch with a much better system.
Yeah. And Romney, did you ever play DMC Devil May Cry, the reboot with Dante and the also rebooted Virgil?
I didn't. I was one of those people upset with a lot of the changes. Although I realized later, Ninja Theory got too much of the blame since it was Capcom being stupid that resulted in a lot of the changes. Because, I mean...
Yeah, the one thing that I don't think people put the proper blame for is when the mop falls on Dante's head and he's white-haired and he says, hell no.
No, I said not in a million years.
Yeah, not in a million years. That was a Capcom move, I believe.
Pretty much the whole debacle, it started with Keiji Inafune. Because he was the whole, we need to appeal to a global audience because we need to have this niche game franchise appeal and make Call of Duty numbers, even though it's a case of, hey, Devil May Cry doesn't have that kind of a fan base.
Mm-hmm.
Same case with Resident Evil, and that's why they lost $6 million on Resident Evil 6. No, I think it was like $8 million.
Well, and I don't, like, you haven't played it, but I almost kind of want to put the gameplay in your hands and see what you can do with it, because to me it felt like a pleasant surprise to the usual gameplay style, and enough that I really enjoyed it until the Virgil DLC, and then because it really felt like the gameplay was built for Dante. It didn't feel like it was built for Virgil, and that was kind of the issue with the Virgil DLC. But yeah, there was a lot of problems going on there. In fact, I know of a few people who are wondering if Ninja Theory will get the rights again and just make an Xbox exclusive version of DMC2. I doubt it.
I doubt it. After Resident Evil 6 bombed, Capcom pulled all external development. Okay.
Oh, dude, No, I did not slash you in half. When it went weird with the models, I'm like, did I just shink? All right. Yeah, I'm starting to get the hang of this again.
It's just funny. You can see everyone else is knocked out, but Slayer, because he's immortal, he's just like, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. I can enjoy it. Okay, well, let's go ahead and swap things over to Smash, and for that, we're going to need to do a quick break so I can swap consoles. When we get back, we will have Smash Bros. Ultimate.
I've got it here if we need it, but...
Very cool. And we are back. So, we're going to round things off with Smash Bros. Ultimate.
All right, we'll just need to pair my controller to your Switch so it'll
Yes.
cooperate.
How do we do that again?
Press the home menu,
Okay.
and then go to controllers,
All right.
and then find controllers.
There we go.
Should be working. I've done it before. Work with me. I'm pushing sync.
Isn't there a sync button on the Switch?
Oh yeah, that's right. I think there
Okay.
is.
Let me see if I can find it.
Let's see.
Oh, is that a button?
No, I don't think
Nah,
so.
that's a screw.
Okay, try pressing back.
Okay.
Okay. Pairing new controllers.
There
that's
we
the
go.
one. So pair new controllers. View other pairing methods.
Okay. Oh, that might actually work too. Get directly in. There we go.
All right, that's all we needed to do.
Yay!
So now, then you would go to change grip and order.
Okay. Riveting gameplay, everybody. I
So
know.
then press L and R on yours.
Okay. There we go.
There we go.
Yay!
Now we're ready to rock.
Cool. So, get back in here. See, I have fighters on 2 different areas. Let's go ahead and do online, and I believe we can just play with 2 controllers, so we should be okay. If
Yeah.
not, then we'll figure it all out.
Yeah, we'll find out soon enough.
Yes, sync with the Smash world. Smash. Quick play. Let's just do quick play. All right, compete with other players online as you raise your global Smash power. In other words, fight money. That's actually another good question, Romney. How do you feel about in-game currencies for fighting games, like fight money for Street Fighter?
Honestly, if you're not like if you're not creating like a Skinner box sort of thing where you can pay to win, and you're not locking like important features behind it, it's ultimately harmless if it's just used for like cosmetic stuff.
See, yeah, let's do co-op. I think we can do co-op. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
See, I'm missing a few, but okay, you wanted Joker or what was the
Or
other
Snake.
one, Sophia? Snake? I am not good with Snake, but I will do Joker for you.
And I'm gonna go with Terry because he's the one I've been playing with most often.
There we go. Okay, here we are. We'll get put into a big old battle royale, and then we won't be able to figure out where our characters are.
Well, we'll find out soon enough.
Yep. But see, here's my only issue with in-game currencies. Right now, it just feels like prices are too steep, especially in games like Mortal Kombat 11. Like making character masks and things like that, hundreds of thousands of the currency. That seems a bit much, considering fights only give you about, in the hundreds.
All right.
Oh, we have King Owl. At least we're in a team battle, so I don't have to worry about accidentally hitting. Oh, jeez. Oh! Whew. Whoa! Ah! We must kill you, King Owl. Oh. Ah! You suck. No! Oh, man. Little Mac and... At least for me, Little Mac and Ness are kicking my butt. There we go. Oh!
Okay. Let's see if we can lure them in.
How close do they need to be to you?
Has to be a straight shot, basically.
Okay.
And, of course, they're hiding behind there, so...
Well... Yeah, I was going to try and lure him out, but it didn't work out.
Well...
Burning knuckle! Oh, no! I thought it was Ness that went over, not me. I'm dead. This is what happens.
Sheesh.
Super Smash Bros. Is so much fun. Yes, Andrea. Yes, it is. If for no other reason than sometimes, like, even you losing is hilarious.
Well, I at least got one knockout in. So,
Yeah,
they didn't leave unscathed.
there you go. Congrats to Blue Team. You guys did well. Little smash clap. See, my problem is that I'm not good with Joker. If I had, like, I don't know, Shulk, I'd probably do a little bit better, but...
Well, give it enough battles.
Yeah. There we go. I had to remember, like, what his attacks are. He's like one of the faster comboer ones. All right, rematch with King Owl. Yay! New Donk City! I will get him! Oh, jeez.
Okay. The secret is that we need to turn it into an air match against Little Mac, because Little Mac cannot handle the
Yes.
air.
There we go. Oh, no, no, no. Ah. Somebody put down a mine. There we go. Okay, who? Oh, yes, it's Terry. Okay. Boom! Oh, wow! I hadn't seen his final smash. That's amazing!
Uh-oh. Run, and hope you've brushed up on your bullet hell skills.
Okay, there we go. I got caught in one of them, so I thought I was dead.
Okay,
Oh, dude.
you
yeah.
got yours.
I've got mine, so... hold B, right?
Yeah, just push B. You don't have to hold it.
Ah! And now I'm done. I will say this for the record. I love the power meter better than the Smash coin.
Oh. Oh.
Middle Max strongest there is! That was still fun, though. I don't care.
Yeah, we did better this time, though.
Yeah, no, we actually held our own. Okay, I hope you don't mind this, Sophia, but I am going to swap out my character. As long as I can still do it. No. I just want to swap out, because Joker's not my character.
Yeah, and I need to switch out to my main as well.
Okay, so... Since I don't have my... Well, actually, I have my other main. Where is she? Is it time? Is it time, everybody, to get offensive? We'll get offensive. There we go. Chrom and Zero Suit.
It's crumb time.
It is Chrom time. It's also offensive time. We're going to get offensive up in here.
Now, this is the character I often use in tournaments.
Oh, that you've used. Okay.
Yep.
I was gonna say, like, oh, cool. Zero Suit's used in tournaments. I'm sure she is. She's very versatile. All right, so Mo Lester has Donkey Kong and Incineroar. So 2 big guys versus 2 small guys. There we go. Oh! Feel my high heels of doom and of Team Ninja goodness.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh. Thank you, Donkey Kong. Ow.
Nope.
Hey, Macho Incineroar! I'm coming after you, man. Coming after you, brother. Come on. You set him up, I knock him out. There we go. No! Dang it! Got knocked out again. Oh, you got spiked.
Yep. That's the Meteor Smash for you.
Oh, shit. Oh. If I'm going out, I'm taking one of you bastards with me! No, 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 no. Oh! Oh, you suck! Oh!
Down to the wire.
No, no, no. Oh! Oh! No! Screw you! I said screw you! Bam! Yes!
So now you just gotta survive long enough to do enough damage. No pressure.
No, no. I'll lose, but it's alright. No! Oh!
And that was
That was actually really close. Are you guys fighting online players or are they computer play? We're playing online.
Yep, we're basically facing randos on the internet.
That's like the best I've ever done in a Smash match online. If he had not gotten that last one, I probably would have done it, because I think either one of us would have gotten that final smack.
Yeah.
That's why I love Smash. Smash is just unpredictable. All right. It's up against Mo Lester again, so we have Incineroar and Donkey Kong. And yes, your name is not lost on me, friend. Woo! Ah! Bam! have to remember, R is the grip, right?
Yeah, R is grab.
Okay. Too used to it being a Z button. Ah, no. Am I literally fighting them on my own again?
Yep.
Oh, no. And I'm no. Okay. Oh. No! Oh, you meteor smashed me down? Ah! See, the problem is that they're playing two big guys.
Yeah.
So they could do a lot more damage. Oh, that sucked. He grabbed me and just jumped off.
Yep.
Oh. All right, should we swap again?
Yeah.
Let's swap characters. Let's keep this interesting. There we go. And just for the heck of it, I'm gonna go ahead and mess around with mains because, frankly, I might have somebody in mind.
Let's go with Super Peach.
Come on. There we go. Okay. Super Peach?
Well, yeah, because that's the color scheme when she gets the Fire Flower.
Oh, that's right, yeah. For a 3D world. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and even prior to 3D World, I think like even the new Super Mario Brothers, that's the color scheme she has as well.
Oh yeah, that actually would make sense. All right, who are we up against? B-Town,
B-Town.
Joker, and Link. This might be a problem. Ah! It's not that we're intentionally meaning to be quiet, guys. We're just concentrating. Smash is chaos.
Well,
That's the difference between it and other fighting games. It's pure chaos. Nope. And I'm dead. No.
gonna take more to beat this princess.
At least it's not 8 players on the screen, because I would lose track of my characters.
Yeah,
so
I've had that
fast.
happen.
Especially now that every arena can be incorporated to do it. I will shoot them to death! Bayonetta, the king of chip damage.
How dare you avoid me? Get back here, you stupid little... That's right. You're gonna get hip bumped out of the arena.
Oh! Come on, just a little bit more.
Come on, Joker. Let's dance.
No! Last one. I can already tell you guys, Romney plays so much better than me. I play for fun. Ah! Ah! Take them out!
Haha, you got toaded.
Oh! Screw you, Joker. No!
Hello, Lag, my old friend.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
I have to deal with you again.
Down. We gave it our all, though. We held in there for quite a bit. Ugh. I guess we're just not pro Smash players.
No.
Although, from what I've been told at EVO, like, that's the one area you want to avoid, is the Smash area.
Yeah.
It's got, unfortunately, a bad reputation.
That doesn't surprise me.
Because the way I've been told is that the Smash area is, well, rather smooth. There we go. Whoa! I regret nothing! You regret everything, Andrea. You regret everything. Okay, so we've got Anarchy, Ganondorf, and Link. Oh, jeez. I've got them at bay! At least I'd like to say I do.
Well, we had them for a while,
Yeah.
but the match is still young. And it's a larger arena, so we have a bit more real estate.
Yeah. We should be okay, but...
I say as you say as I get smashed out.
yes. See, I can hold my own, but it's actually better for me to be, like, at a distance so that I can just chip damage them to hell. Okay. Oh, dang it. I thought this was the other guy.
Haha.
Jeez. No, 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 no! No! I will not lose! Damn it, I did! No! I have a feeling that we're getting coordinated against Romney. Just saying.
We probably are.
Yes. There we go. All right, now we're making some traction here.
And I'm out.
Ah, dang it. Son of a bitch! Pardon my French. Okay, here I was thinking that Bayonetta could be a main. I don't think I can do this. I play too much like a sword player. Time! And they win.
Yep.
No. Okay. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And who did you pick? Romney and Drak Knight Sparta. Well, obviously I was Bayonetta, and he was Peach. But I'm going to swap out, because it's time for me to pick a sword character. I play too much like a sword character. Okay, so... let's be adventurous, shall we? Where is he?
Well, let's go with my other main.
Where is
Little
he?
Mac in the pink hoodie.
I know I've unlocked him. At least I think I have.
Who are you looking for?
Actually, I might not have unlocked Cloud. I might not have him.
Nope, doesn't look it.
Okay, so other sword character that I can play. It's either that or I'm going to have to go with a brawler. I can go with Link, but Link's a little easy. Ooh. Nah. You know what? Let's be adventurous, shall we? There we go. We'll be Banjo-Kazooie. Play as Joker from Persona 5 or Snake. I did, actually.
Yeah, we did earlier.
Yep. I'm not good with Snake, so don't ask me to play Snake. But I can at least somewhat play as Joker. Okay, so he's a bit more of a brawler. Feel my pink fireballs of death!
Yep. Problem is that gun's only really effective if you have a high damage percentage.
Yeah.
Hence the name, the Revenge Blaster.
Ooh, Majora. Ah, dang it. I thought this was the one that did the moon. No, it's the moon directly, doesn't it?
Well, that's the thing with Skull Kid. You'd never quite know what you get. Sometimes it's the moon, sometimes he just messes with the controls.
So, Matey, Jigglypuff, and King K rule. No! That was not my fault. Ah! Come on, Kazooie, be my sword! Ah! Oh, don't give me 16-bit and 8-bit stages. I get so confused. Like, part of me just wants to look at the background. No! And I'm out.
Okay, let's...
Take Joker's stage. It is the coolest stage ever in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Ah, dang it.
We're picking random, so... I don't think I've ever seen it. I might be wrong about that.
Okay. Let's see if I can come from behind with this.
You can, Romney. I believe in you. I believe in the heart of the cards. And your pink jumpsuit.
Dang it.
And death by lag.
Well,
Death by lag!
I fought valiantly.
You did.
I at least got one life down. It's just I remembered why I stopped using Little Mac.
Mm-hmm. I haven't used him since Wii U version, basically. Like, I used him a couple of times.
Yeah. But again, Little Mac is very much one of those good on the ground, but lousy in air.
Yeah.
And so...
Okay, fine.
Alright.
You know what? We're just going to go with what I should have done this entire time.
And I'll go back to my main. Because Chrom's got a nice balance of air and ground attacks.
Indeed. No, he's got a lot of really great setups. In fact, like, Bayonetta would probably work best with him. There we go. Time to break wind. Sexy Jedi. We have Luigi and Corrin.
I'm the better lord.
Okay. I'm trying to remember what the prompt is for Hurricane Kick.
It's basically quarter circle back.
Oh yeah, there's also a smash prompt for it.
I think it's side B.
Oh! Yeah, that's what it is. Ah! All right, we're doing better against this group. We might actually get a win, Romney. Now I jinxed it. Oh! I just get pinned by that Luigi. Oh! Oh my gosh, we got Corrin down. No! Come on, you keep on setting up for the Dragon Punch. Don't do that. Bam! All right, one more for Luigi. Boom! Boom! Okay. All right, I'm just going to chip damage you. Come on. Oh.
Oh, I see what they're trying to do.
Uh-huh. No, no. Okay, there we go.
Oh, no. It's up to you.
And he got me. Oh, man. That was actually really close, too. Let's see. Take Joker. So you do know Ken is voiced by Ruben Langdon. Yes, he is actually voiced by Ruben Langdon. I think as of Street Fighter 4, isn't he?
Yep.
And then Romney, did you know that Domain character in The main character in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is voiced by... Yeah, he knows that.
Yeah.
Okay, so... As you can see, Sophia loves Devil May Cry. What can you tell?
Yeah.
Can you not tell? I don't know.
Yeah, but I am probably the only one on the podcast who knew that Ruben Langdon also has connections to the Tokusatsu stuff because of
you
B-Fighter.
did. We didn't know this, and I wish that Sentai was here. But Ruben Langdon is the final one because he was in Super Sentai.
Well, yeah, not Super Sentai. He was in
Oh,
B-Fighter
no.
Kabuto.
Yeah,
it was
that's
a
right.
Metal Hero series. Big difference.
He was in the Sentai or the Tokusatsu for Beetleborgs. So
Beetleborgs Metallic specifically, because B-Fighter Kabuto was the season 2 of the B-Fighter series.
you guys don't realize the only sexy Jedi is Obi-Wan. Because he's a troll. At least in Clone Wars he is. Hello there! Ah! All right.
Okay, they're starting to get a lot more aggressive.
Oh yeah,
this
they
time.
are way more aggressive this time around. I think they underestimated us and then got a punishment for it. Come on. There we go. Oh, there we are. Okay, so we have Corn on the map for losses. Ah! There we go. Oh! Last life. Last one.
I've got the crowd on my side, or at least I did.
Ah!
And I'm down.
Oh no. Oh!
Yeah.
Yeah, they underestimated us the first time.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right, well that still was fun.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with it. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna stick with Ken. I'm doing fairly well with Ken.
Yeah. Yeah, when I was competing in the tournament the first time, it was between either Ken or Crom to decide a main. I ended up winning out with Crom, because I found with Ken and with Terry, I tend to rely too much on basically the fighting game inputs, which throws you off. Terry's are a little bit easier because they don't have the...
That's why, like, in my head, I have to think of the Smash inputs, because otherwise, if I'm playing Street Fighter, then I'm playing a whole other game in my head.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great and all that Ryu and Ken were brought into Smash, but Smash Bros. Works way differently than Street Fighter. Especially with, like, mentality and all that. Bam! First time I've actually caught that Corrin. Okay, well, we have like one loss apiece. Oh! Oh, man. No! Oh, man, Corrin's about to go down.
Ah, dang it. Just barely missed the edge.
Okay.
Okay. One down on Luigi.
Very good. Luigi's the problem one, isn't he?
More or less.
Yeah, he's the one that's been kicking my butt. Okay, come on. Jeez, that Luigi is just... It's like a demon! Oh my gosh, we got Corrin down. Now we can focus on Ultra Luigi. Ah!
I'm down.
Okay, well, it's gonna be down to me. Oh, jeez. Come on. Yeah. Oh my god, no!
How?
How? I didn't think you could get extra lives.
Is it a time thing?
Maybe? I mean, I can still take out Corrin, but my problem is that Luigi plays the damage game. No! Damn it! Ah! Let's see. Come on, you can do this. You can beat Romney, Drak. I'm not fighting Romney. Romney and me are a team. And this is Romney. Fill your dark soul with light. I'm sorry. Fill your dark soul with light.
Yeah.
All right. Should we do one more swap? Because we are almost out of time.
Yeah, one more.
Let's do one more. Let's see. I'm already loving Ken so much. So, okay. You know what? I'm going to go with the classic main.
I'm gonna go back to basics.
Yes. That's exactly what I'm aiming for. Just go back to basics and figure this crap out. I kind of wish I had Cloud so I could experiment with him. That's the sad part about the Wii U version. I never got to play the DLC characters.
Yeah.
And I know he works differently. Okay, yeah, he works the way I remember. Okay. Boom!
Free HK.
Free HK. Piranha Plant and
Terry Bogard.
Terry Bogard. Okay. Anybody in for some bomb bowling? Oh, dude. Terry's ruthless. Whoa!
Dang it, missed. Come on, take the bait.
No! Oh! No! Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, he does not work the same way anymore. Oh, I almost hit Terry with a bomb. With a booba. Okay. We could do this, Romney. The heart of the cards is with us. And by that, I mean it's with you. It's totally with you.
I don't think it's with either of us today.
No. Well, the problem is that we play traditional fighting games, and Smash is its own monster. Like, for those who can actually get good at Smash, I'll give you the compliment. Because it is hard to do.
I got Buster Wolfed.
Yes, you did!
And power dunked.
Oh. And I'm out. Yeah, they both have 3 stock. They've just been kicking the crap out of us. Oh.
Never underestimate Hong Kong players. Haha. Take that,
Sophia, I'm guessing the middle finger was to the people who we lost to. Yes. F that Luigi. F that Luigi. All right, well, we are pretty much out of time, so we kind of need to wrap things up. But this has been a fun experience, just being able to play some fighting games together, as well as being able to join in with you guys. Hopefully next time we can actually get you guys in for the next fighting game day, which I'm not sure when that's going to be, but
yeah,
we'll plan it out.
Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we're able to get to it.
Yes. So once again, thank you guys so much for joining us. Once again, if you guys don't know the order today or for this week, Tuesday, me and Andrea will be back with Dark Souls and Super Mario Galaxy, and then the following Saturday, we will be probably doing the exact same thing, and then we usually do World of Final Fantasy Maxima, and we'll be back to that next Sunday just before Christmas. In the meantime, though, there is actually one other thing I need to take care of because one of our viewers has been asking about it. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Are you interested in that at all, or?
I am,
okay.
But given the amount of games that I've bought and still haven't touched, and given that I've been trying to curb some of my spending habits because shopping addiction's a thing, I will probably hold off for a while until I've at least beaten some of the games that I own, because I still need to finish Fire Emblem Three Houses. I've only cleared one of the story modes, need to get the other 3 campaigns.
Yeah.
And then I also need to finish Death Stranding, and yeah, the list keeps growing.
Yeah,
I still
really
haven't
does.
even finished Kingdom Hearts 3 or Final Fantasy 15.
Well,
so.
the reason I was bringing it up is because I've gotten requests to do, because basically my Drak Tries, which you were part of, it got moved into the live streams. And so at that point, Kakarot I don't think is going to be something that Andrea is very interested in. She's just not into Dragon Ball. But I have been asked to do Kakarot for a new game stream. And since Andrea doesn't want to be a part of that, do you want to join in and see how it is?
Yeah, especially since I'm still on the fence about whether or not to get it. That'll be a good way to see if it's worth the purchase.
And that's the reason that I do that kind of thing. So, yeah, we'll bring you in for Kakarot probably that Tuesday, because bringing you in for Sunday is a lot harder than people think, given your new job. So,
yeah.
We'll figure that out off screen. But once again, thank you guys so much for joining us. Me and Andrea will be back for live streaming on Tuesday. And in the meantime, if you guys have never heard of Romney before because you've never watched my podcast, What the Hell is Wrong with You, go over to his YouTube channel and check out all of the videos that he's been able to do. I will put a link in the description below. He has amazing stuff like Martial March, Monster Clash, his premiere series. Like, that's the longest one, right?
Well, more or less. I mean, technically the longest is still Romney's Reviews, which was my weekly review show, but that's just due to sheer volume. Because Romney's Reviews and Monster Clash, Monster Clash has kind of been going longer just by virtue of me not doing weekly reviews, so...
Yep. And then the other thing that I also want to point out is, once again, if you guys want to see, us do movie reviews, I think it's appropriate to mention this again. We did do a review of Dragon Ball Super Broly earlier this year, and if you guys really want to watch it, we did the 2016 Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
That didn't work out so well.
Although I will admit, Afterlife looks decent.
I haven't seen the trailer yet, so I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, basically, Afterlife looks like what the 2016 movie should have been, where it feels like it's an actual sequel and not a kind of sort of reboot.
Then I need to go see this trailer, damn it.
Yeah, I saw it on accident on Instagram because I don't normally seek out trailers.
No, you really don't. But the other thing I also want to really quickly tease is that if you haven't subscribed to the Geek News RSS feed, you want to be able to do that. Not only because last Friday's show was RSS feed exclusive, where we basically gave a big old middle finger to YouTube and did a recording and just kind of gave our opinions on the Game Awards and various other questions that had been building up over the last year. And then finally, here's another big reason that you want to join the RSS feed, because the following week we will be getting together to record our Geek News movie night of Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker. So if you guys want to hear our opinions on that, make sure you head over to geekynro.libsyn.com. And until then, we will see you guys on Tuesday. Thanks so much, Romney, for joining me on this fighting game day.
Yeah, I was happy to be here.